In a corner of the famous Piazza Vittorio, in the multi-ethnical Esquilino block in Rome, there is one of the most important evidence of European magical alchemical tradition. It is the Porta Alchemica, important symbol of Western alchemy and the only survivor among the 5 doors of Villa Palombara that was once owned by the Marquis of Pietraforte, Massimiliano Palombara, who was fond of occult sciences and an adept of the Hermetic Order of the Rosicrucians. The Marquis himself had the door built between 1655 and 1680. Unfortunately, the neglect and degradation had imagined what was once an enchanting corner of Rome. In order to better protect the portal and Villa Palombara itself from incursions and all forms of vandalism, Rome City Council had it surrounded with a robust fence. Known as Porta Magica, Porta Ermetica, or Porta dei Cieli, the impressive stone structure has several esoteric and initiatory types of inscriptions, and the characters on each side are grotesque, have bearded faces and short, chunky legs. According to a myth, the Porta Alchemica would also hide the secret to the Philosopher's Stone, only available to those who knew the right keys of interpretation. The porta presents 2 sets of symbols on the sides, associated with a kind of metal and a cryptic motto. At the basis of the porta there's an interesting double meaning motto. Si sedes non is, meaning, if you sit down you won't go forward. But if we read the inscription from left to right, it becomes Si non sedes is, meaning, if you don't sit down you will go forward. Regardless of the direction that is supposed to be taken, this motto teaches us to continue following our path without giving up. According to the myth, the famous alchemist Giuseppe Francesco Borri stayed at Villa Palombara while working on a spell able to turn a particular type of herb into gold. The Marquis noticed the wanderer, who was searching for the herb in his gardens, and sensing Borri's innate skills as an alchemist, invited him to stay and study in his laboratory. In the morning, Borri left the villa through a garden's door, leaving behind a golden moat, which was probably the result of his research, together with a piece of paper full of various formulas. After this, the Marquis of Pietraforte had the formulas and descriptions written on the piece of paper engraved on the same door Borri used to leave the villa, hoping that one day at least one person would be able to decode them and their meaning. In fact, the myth tells that anyone who is able to spell the engravings in the correct way could go through the door and enter another dimension.